Hello, algebra students. Okay, so this problem, then you can start on the exit ticket. Make sure you're making up your work and make sure you're doing your tests. Get those tests into me. I'm going to start marking zeros and people are going to be in serious trouble. Okay, so here's a strategy for doing a word problem. Let's use these 4 steps and see how that helps us. Okay, so underline all the pieces of numerical information in this word problem. Well, I got 2 gigabytes, 500 songs, 80 gigabytes. How many songs, how many, right? There's going to have to be can the larger media player hold? State information that the word problem wants you to solve for. Okay, so how many songs can the larger media player hold? What is the equations you can use to solve this? Well, since we know we're working with proportions, it's going to have to be something, right? Something like this, number over number. Write the equation that would solve this. Well, 2 gigs gives me 500 songs. So the question would be, how much would 80 gigabytes give me? Well, that's a lot. Okay. This is kind of outdated. Okay, so I'm going to change this question up. Here's my thing. I have a iPhone. I love to keep my music on my iPhone. I keep the music on my iPhone because I like going to the gym. I like listening to it all there. I like kind of keeping the albums. On my iPhone, as of today, I have 2,167 songs on there. Now, these 2,167 songs, if I go to my iPhone storage, takes up 20.79 gigabytes. Songs. Gotta spell songs. So let me rewrite this. I'm a little messy here. 20.79 gigabytes holds 2,167 songs. Now, the problem I have, if you can look at this, hold on, I gotta get into my thing. Okay, if you can look at my thing here, it's pretty hard to see in this, but I have like no room left on my phone. It's 32 gigabytes. I'm using 31.8 gigabytes, which means I have hardly anything left. Okay, I've removed so many apps, and I like my music on the phone. It takes up all this space. This is like system settings, so I'm really out of space, and that's kind of a little upsetting to me. Like I wanna, maybe this will help. Does that help? No, of course it doesn't. Maybe what I want to do then is think about upgrading my phone, getting one with more space. But I'm not done buying songs. I probably want more songs. You know, how many songs am I going to buy over the next, let's say, 4 or 5 years, right? So let's say I'm going to buy another 800 songs, and roughly let's make it 3,000 songs. Well, the question is, how many gigabytes should I have that as a minimum storage on this phone to hold 3,000 songs? Because I'm going to want more songs, so I have to think about a new potential phone to do this on. I got to see, how many gigabytes do I really need? Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to do cross multiplication. So, 2,167 times x equals 20.79 times 3,000. Well, that's a calculator problem. Can't do that really in my head. 20.79 times 3,000. 62,370. One more step. We got to divide both sides by this horrific number. 2167. 2167. Cross those out. You get X here. And let's see what? 62, 370. 62,370 divided by 2,167. 28 point, let's say 78. Okay, I'll round it up to there. So if I go up to 3,000 songs on my iPhone, it's going to take up that much space. Now I only have the 32 gig iPhone. There's no way it's going to hold all that information. So I need a bigger phone. So I have to, next time I'm considering getting a new phone, I'm going to have to say, well, if I get up to 3,000 songs on this phone, which I think I possibly could do, I'm going to need approximately this much just to hold my songs. Now the other services too, so it's going to make it a big deal. So 20 has my phone maxed out. 28, I'm going to have to do 28 eventually and have more space. So I think the next one up for the iPhone would be 64 gigs. So if I got a 64 gig iPhone, okay, so let's look at this here. Let's make this problem even more interesting. So my 32 gig iPhone can hold my 2,167 songs, right? But those songs take up, let's say 21, make it easy on ourselves, roughly 21 gigabytes of that space, which is a lot. It's over 2/3. So I'm going to have 1, 11. So I have 11 gigabytes left over. Since I'm almost full, 11 gigabytes is what I think the machine needs, right? Let's round it up, and since it's 64, let's say it's 14 gigabytes. So we'll make our numbers nice and round. So I'm going to give myself 14 gigabytes of space on my new phone. That is just going to be my apps and my pictures and whatever. And the rest I want to put music. So how much music can I put on? Well, I'll take 64 and minus 14. 64 minus 14 is 50 gigabytes. Now the question is how many songs could I hold on if I have 50 gigabytes that I can just dedicate to the phone, to songs? Well, same thing with over here. Okay, so how many songs can I hold? So I'm going to take this problem and reverse it. I'm going to say, I could put it this way. 21 gigabytes, or let's keep it 21.79 gigabytes, gives me 2,167 songs. I don't want to know how many, for 50 gigabytes, how many songs. So X is going to be my number of songs. So again, cross multiplication. So 50 gigabytes, 2,167. Let's do this. 2,167 times 50 is 108,350. So 20.79 equals 108,350. X. Divide both sides by 20.79. Just numbers, even though they're decimals, don't be scared. Okay. These will cross out. X equals, so on this new phone, 108,350 divided by 20.79. How many songs could I fit if I get to 64 gigabytes iPhone? How many songs? And I hit my enter, I'll find out my answer. Wow. So if I go for it, that extra space gives me 5,000, well, I can't hold half a percentage of 211 songs. The decimal doesn't mean anything. You can't hold part of a song, right? So that's pretty interesting. Okay? So 5,211, I can almost double, well, I can more than double, the amount of songs I have if I buy the 64 gigabyte iPhone. That's interesting for someone who likes to collect music like I do. I think it's worth it. Thank you guys for helping me decide. All right, I'll talk to you later.